welcome back to another behind the scenes cake life vlog. If I look tired, it's because I am. If you haven't watched the last vlog yet, please go back and watch that one first because I made 2 detailed wedding cakes, delivered them to London. I am freshly back. We got back very late Monday evening. Tuesday I was baking because I have 3 more wedding cakes this week, yes. It's not often I have 3 wedding cakes in a week. It used to be the norm for me if you go way back years on my channel. So yeah, it's not often I actually do 3 wedding cakes in a week anymore, but I am knackered. I haven't stopped. So Tuesday I baked the cakes for this week. Tuesday evening, Kai had an award ceremony at college because he received an award because he got such a high grade for his travel and tourism course. Wednesday I was ganaching and filling the cakes, and then I had to go back home to bake Sunday's wedding cake. And today's Thursday, so you're actually joining me on Thursday today. I'm just making my 3rd batch of ganache. I've used a good over 3 kilos of chocolate so far. Yeah, I'm going to continue filling and ganaching these cakes because you have seen me fill and ganache a heck of a lot of times in these vlogs. I'll bring you up to speed once I start the actual decorating part. Well, it's been a second for you and several hours for me. It is still Thursday. It is 6:30 in the evening. I have worked all day on filling, ganaching, covering, stacking, and I've decided to come down to work late because I feel like I'm behind. This is part of a 4-tier going out on Saturday. As you can tell, there's a bit of a design element going on these 3 top tiers. So this is the bottom tier with the bark effect, and the bark effect is then going to go up the next 3 tiers on the side. Very cute cake. Can't wait to get my hands on this, stack it up and start sticking everything on. There's all sugar work throughout the whole thing apart from the toppers. So the toppers are 2 bears. So here are the bears in question. Very handy. They've got like a little rock behind their foot. They actually stand up. So 2 of the same. I had to buy like a full pack. It was like a family of 4 bears. All in different poses, and I had to buy 2 packets to get 2 of the same bear because it was a very specific topper, bride and groom. And I've bought some lace to make the bride's dress out of, so I'm literally going to be making a little wedding dress for a bear, and then the other one's going to have a top hat and bow tie on. So these 2 are the toppers, and then the full thing is sugar roses, sugar ivy, sugar moss, sugar toadstools, the lot. So 4-tier woodland bear cake, Saturday. And here is my 2-tier I'm currently working on. This is leaving tomorrow. So I have this 2-tier cake leaving with 60 mini chocolate bars. The chocolate bars are 80% done. They're all made. I just need to do the allergen stickers for the back, print them out, stick them on. Allergen lists do actually take a lot of time though, because you have to go through every single ingredient and write it all out and make sure it fits on the sticker. But this one is a Pokemon / geek chic, so it's going to have pink roses cascading down the front here with little geek elements hidden just poking out, and also some very personal elements as well, such as like a tap shoe alongside the geekery of like lightsabers and things. And it's having 2 Pokemon on the top, so this is my priority because this one is leaving tomorrow, so I've come back into work on this one tonight. And over there is Sunday's wedding cake that I have yet to fill. night on a Friday evening. I have just got back from the cake delivery. So the cake delivery was an hour away, and I was dropping it off at the groom's parents' house because the venue wouldn't take it tonight. So the in-laws took it, or the in-laws to the bride, kindly took it in. And do you know when you just know that it's in really good hands? Because there's sometimes where you'll drop a cake off and you'll go, yeah, you're like scared for the cake's welfare. You just don't know if it's gonna survive. But every now and again, you'll get somebody who you'll drop it off with and you just know they're going to look after it because they asked lots of questions. But not only that, when I was replying with what they should do, they kind of already knew. They were finishing my sentences. So like the common sense was there in terms of cake stuff. They knew how fragile it was and everything. So yeah, I left that knowing that that cake is going to be absolutely fine. I have just got back and now I am going to finish this 4-tier because we're delivering this one tomorrow to Birmingham, which is 2 hours away, 2 hours and a bit. So I'm just painting these little berries on wires. I don't know if you can see, but I've got them all hung up on my shelving over there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yes, you can just see them there. So I'm painting them, hanging them up. I'm going to spritz these with glaze if I've got any glaze, because when you paint something with this gold luster, it can drop off, shake off as it's drying, whereas if you spritz it with a bit of glaze, it seals it all in and you won't get any flaky dust. So yeah, I'm actually not far off finishing this cake. You've just seen me working away on it all day, making bear wedding dresses. And the last thing to do really is to paint the mushrooms, paint these golden berries, add the golden berries on, pop the bears on top. I'm actually going to remove them for travelling just because it makes the cake insanely tall. It's already 4 tiers, so I'm going to struggle to get it in the car as it is. So I'm just going to put the bears on for photos, then take them off and then place them back on when we get to the venue. But once I've made sure that the front looks good, I'm going to go then and decorate the back with whatever like leaves and stuff I've got left. So hopefully I won't be too long. I am done and it is only 8:30 in the night. I am super chuffed about that. Like I said, there was only a few little things to do, dusting of the mushrooms, placing of the golden berries and a little bit of decoration around the back. Now, one thing to note if you are decorating the back is make sure you can't see it from the front, because you've curated the front to look exactly how you want it. You've got mushrooms sticking out here and there, everything balances exactly how you want it. Now when you go around the back and start decorating that, if you put something on the back that sticks out here, you've ruined kind of the design you're looking for on the front. So when you're going to do the back, make sure it's back only. It's kind of central decorated around the back here, nothing sticking out where you're going to see it from the front, because then you're going to ruin the whole look from the front. So I've just put a little vine on the back on this tier, a mushroom and some moss and stuff. But here they are, the little bride and groom bears. Never thought I'd have to be dressing bears for part of my job, but here we are. There's always something that requires doing crazy for cakes. Now everything you see has been made today. So the rose is made today, the leaves made today, the mushrooms, literally everything. So all freshly done and added. So as it's drying, hopefully by tomorrow everything will be nicely stuck in place and hopefully nothing should drop off. Because like I said, it is a 2-hour delivery, so I'll just sweep around and give you a little view of everything together. We have these, I don't know what these are called, they will have a name, but they're like little spirally furls of greenery. And they opted for sugar everything, so sugar roses and foliage. As I do give the option, usually artificial flowers is my go-to because that's the cheapest option, and then there is an option to have things in sugar, which obviously costs a lot more because I'm having to make them. But yeah, really chuffed with this one actually. I really like how it's come together. So now I'm going to take photos of it with my phone I am going to go home and get ready for tomorrow. 2 cakes down and 1 to go. This was a super heavy cake. It's been a while since I've done a 40 here. But we delivered it to a venue called the Cowshed at Woodhall Farm. I didn't get many pictures of it before we set off, so I made sure to try and get as many at the venue as I could. It was a little bit on the dark side though, so the pictures turn out all right. But we placed the bears on top, and it also went on top of a barrel. So usually when a cake is really heavy, I kind of place the back of the board onto the table and slowly ease it and slide it across until I can get my fingers out, whereas the barrel had a bit of a lip on it, which made it very hard to be able to slide it in position with the edges all stuck up. So I had to get Adam to put his finger until it was on the barrel enough that we could kind of let go, and I think I crushed his finger a little bit. But it was all done, safely set up. We made our way back, and now I'm starting on cake number 3, and it is 20 past 1, so we have lost a lot of the day just because it's like so far away. So it's 2 hours there, 2 hours back. You have to stop for dinner and things like that. 3rd wedding cake is due tomorrow, so I only have today to get that one completely finished. 3-tier, pale pink and pearls. So the first thing to do, deja vu, we are making ganache again. Fresh batch of ganache for this one. For my dark ganache recipe, if you have been watching a while or you watch my tutorials, you'll know I'm using 2 lots of cream because I've got 3 tiers to cover. So I'm pouring 2 lots of cream into my bowl, and whatever weight that comes to, you double it for your dark chocolate. If you're using anything other than dark chocolate, you're using milk or white, you're going to need more chocolate than you are cream. I do have tutorials for it on my channel if you wanted to make white chocolate ganache. That's more like 3 times and almost 4 times the chocolate per cream, just because the melting point is a lot lower for white chocolate. I just don't like making white chocolate ganache at all. It's so finicky, temperamental, snotty, uses a heck of a lot of chocolate. And dark chocolate ganache is just so much easier and stress-free to make. So that's come up to 528 grams. And because we're crap at maths, we're going to use the calculator. So that's 1,056 grams, so just over a kilo of dark chocolate. So I'm almost running out of my bag of dark chocolate, which means I'm going to have to get some more, and I'm dreading it because it's, excuse me, so expensive at the moment, like ridiculously expensive for chocolate. I'm sure you all know this. But I've got my ganache in the microwave. Once that comes out, I'm going to start making the fillings, filling them, ganaching them, and I'll probably come back to you roughly when I'm ready to stack it. Hello, you join me as I hand apply lots of teeny tiny individual pearls to this cake. It is taking a lot longer than I thought because it's got a buttercream finish, and I'm just not a buttercream finish person. Like one tiny little movement and you have put a dent in it. I'm just very carefully adding these pearls now, and once that's done, it's going to probably take me another hour to put them all on. But after that, I have then just got some little penguins to make for the top. It's having little penguin toppers, which will be very cute. And then we are delivering this tomorrow morning. And that will be my 3 cakes complete for the weekend. However, my weekend doesn't stop there because I have then got to do the boring food shop because there's nothing in the fridge. I also promised Abby we would go and watch the new why did I say that so weird? The Beetlejuice film. Because she's been a Beetlejuice fan before they announced they were even filming this. So she's watched all the animated series and obviously the original one. So owns probably half of the merch that's currently in Primark. So we'll probably watch that tomorrow evening, and then it's the start of a whole new week again on Monday. where you've guessed it, I have another wedding cake. But I've also got to catch up on all the admin that I have obviously left whilst I've been doing all these like London cakes and these 3 wedding cakes. The admin side does take a back seat, and I've got lots of cake drawings and designs to put together. So that's my Monday, and then Tuesday I'll be back into baking for the next wedding cake. Yeah, I'll show you the completed thing, but just know I am hand applying these pearls, I'll have you know. All done. She is so pretty in a very, very, very pale pink with matching very, very, very pale roses. And here are our 2 cute little penguins to top it off, and obviously all the little pearls that you see me putting on. These larger ones, well, all 3, the 3 biggest sizes were all put on by hand, and then the mini ones, like that one, are placed on with a damp paintbrush. Now, if you're struggling to use a damp paintbrush, you can use piping gel as well. Just a little dab of piping gel, just so it sticks to your paintbrush, and then you can just kind of dab them on in the place where you want them. But yeah, finished. 3 wedding cakes done, and just the delivery to do tomorrow, so I will see you again then. Delivery number 3 done. We delivered this one to Bartle Hall, luckily not too far away from us. And it was set up on a cake table in the corner, but luckily we had just really nice lighting in here for some photos. And the really, really pale pink worked nice against like the deep beige or taupe background. And the wallpaper had like little flecks of glitter in it, so it just looked really pretty up there. But yes, 3 wedding cakes down, a 2-tier, a 4-tier and a 3-tier, all completed and delivered Friday, Saturday and Sunday. All done. And obviously when you've got 3 wedding cakes in one weekend, you are paid quite well for that, but the downside is you are working all evenings. You do get a little bit stressed. You do feel very accomplished when you've done them all, but then you're behind on your admin and you've not had evenings at home, and tea schedules get thrown out the window and your food shop gets thrown out. Like your fridge is empty. It's really hard to keep the scale balanced. If you want to be paid well, that's what drops off. And if you want lots of home time and get the the home schedule back, and you food shopping and finding out what you're going to have for tea, tidying your house, spending evenings at home with your family, and then that's where the money side then goes down because you've taken less work on. So it's just a really difficult job sometimes to keep that balance. There's some weeks where the scales just break. But hopefully you enjoyed seeing these 3 wedding cakes come together. Yeah, leave me a comment below if you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.